Tonight, in what's becoming a rare occasion, Governor Gina Raimondo made an appearance to discuss Rhode Island's vaccine rollout.
The governor participated in a Facebook Live with state health officials to address some commonly asked questions.
12 News reporter Anita Buffoni joins us now with what was discussed on the Facebook Live and the reason why there's still many more questions than answers tonight. Anita?
Mike and Shannon, thank you. Well, reporters were once again denied the chance to ask questions to the governor, and even the public watching the Facebook Live couldn't get answers they desperately want regarding the vaccine rollout and the challenges they are having with scheduling their shot.
We're doing our best.
Governor Gina Raimondo using this rare public appearance on Facebook to address the vaccine rollout since accepting a job as U.S. Commerce Secretary. Raimondo, Lieutenant Governor Dan McKee, and the Department of Health spoke about 5 commonly asked questions.
That is, of course, the #1 question we get. Like, how do I get this vaccine?
DOH explained the state has 3 ways to get the vaccine: state-run sites, clinics run by cities and towns, and local pharmacies. But something they did not address during the Facebook Live, the concerns we have been hearing from many of you about the difficulties of scheduling an appointment for those 75 and older, like Marcia, who wrote to 12 News saying it's frustrating getting up early and sitting on the phone for 2 hours and then told you're not eligible, and Richard, who said he's tried every option to sign up but no luck. But some good news, the state will be opening an online registration portal within the next 2 weeks, allowing more people to sign up for the shot at state-run sites, including the Dunkin' Donuts Center.
We want to make sure that when we open them, we have enough vaccine that's needed to really push people through effectively. Until then, vaccinating will be in more targeted venues like the pharmacies.
Now, there were nearly 400 comments on the Facebook Live, and many of them asking them to address many challenges facing the elderly population wanting to get their shot. But again, neither Raimondo, Lieutenant Governor Dan McKee, or the Health Department brought that up. I'm Anita Buffoni, 12 News.
Now to the latest on the vaccine rollout. Today, Governor Gina Raimondo took part in a Facebook Live session seeking to answer questions about the vaccination process. That as the Department of Health reported more than 36,000 vaccinated as of today. But as 12 News reporter Anita Buffoni tells us, there were some questions the governor and health officials did not answer today. Anita?
Hi, Mike. Thank you. Well, this was a rare public appearance with Governor Gina Raimondo during this Facebook Live with other state leaders, but they failed to address the many concerns that we are hearing from you, like why it's so challenging for older Rhode Islanders to make an appointment to get the vaccine. Governor Gina Raimondo and soon-to-be Governor Dan McKee asked the Department of Health questions they say they received about the vaccine rollout.
That is, of course, the #1 question we get. Like, how do I get this vaccine?
But what any of the state leaders failed to address is concerns we are hearing from you, like Richard, who wrote to 12 News saying he's tried every option to sign up for the vaccine, but no luck. Instead, they spoke about topics like where Rhode Islanders can get the vaccine. That's if they can get an appointment. There are 3 methods: at state-run sites, at clinics run by cities and towns, and at local pharmacies. But for some participating pharmacies, sign-ups are filled, and registration for other CVS locations have been delayed by 1 day. CVS telling 12 News more slots will be made available online to register as they are made available. Some light at the end of the tunnel, though. A max vaccination site is in the works. The Dunkin' Donuts Center is one of them. The Department of Health says the online registration for that site will be open within the next 2 weeks.
These will be larger sites in central locations is where we'll be doing our mass vaccinating, and our goal in those sites will be volume.
Now, the Facebook Live left a lot of unanswered questions based on the roughly 400 comments on that post. Many are desperate to get their vaccine and say they want more clarity from their elected leaders. I'm Anita Buffoni, 12 News.